everyone, welcome back to another episode with Vogue a la mode. Welcome back, you all. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 must-have fashion apps that you need to go download right now. All right, you guys, so I'm super excited about today's video because these are some top fashion apps that I use in my everyday life, but I usually don't talk about them or blog about them or anything like that because I'm just like, I mean, everybody has these apps. Like, these are basic apps, but I had to realize, like, maybe some people don't know about these apps. And as I start to progress in the fashion industry and build my following and build my network, I'm starting to find that there are more apps out here. So I constantly download new apps and I'm always on them, checking them out, trying to see if they kind of match my aesthetic and match what I'm trying to go for and things like that. And I've come down to top 5 fashion apps that you guys need to download today if you are in the fashion industry, if you long to be in the fashion industry, or whatever the case that you want to do in the fashion industry. These apps are for you, okay? So let's get right into it. I'm super excited. Let's go. So the first fashion app I'm going to be talking about today is Pinterest. The number one, the only Pinterest. Pinterest is so essential to us in the fashion industry because this is kind of like our visual type of mood board that we can use as a stylist, as a trend forecaster, as a, just a creative in the fashion industry. Pinterest is a place where you can kind of collectively build onto your looks and kind of make more than one look, make like as many looks as you want to. Also, Pinterest is a good place for you to build off of accessories, off of shoes, off of outfits and things like that. So essentially, when I first downloaded Pinterest, I really liked it because I was able to just like use Pinterest as like my dream life and kind of build and mold what I wanted, in life, the luxuries I wanted, and kind of build on the boards. So I would create a board for each item. I have a dream cars board, I have a chic fits board, an accessories board, a shoe game board. So I just have a men's fashion board. I have like literally all these boards that I've just collectively gathered over the years, and I just pin and I pin and I pin and I pin. And when I first downloaded Pinterest, I really didn't think of the business side of it much until I changed my Pinterest from my personal to a business page, and I was able to receive the analytics and to follow all of my my following, and I was able to see who is like viewing my pins and what are they liking, and what type of items are they looking for me to pin, and why are they coming to my site, what are they looking for from Vogue a la mode. That's kind of what a business profile on Pinterest does. So I changed it to a business profile, and you guys, I can say that the top following that I have reached on Pinterest as far as monthly viewers have been 35K? 35K. Yes. So I'm super excited about that. That just made me like want to go harder, and that just made me want to really like pin every single day. Pinterest is like YouTube. Pinterest is like Instagram. It is basically, it follows the rule of consistency. However consistent you are on these social platforms is what's going to come back to you, okay, in terms of followers, in terms of viewers. So you can view all your analytics and they can be off the charts, okay? So make sure you guys are pinning every single day so you guys can reach that following and get more traffic to your site. Also, I do have my website connected to Pinterest because, like I said, it is a business profile. So, I mean, that's just like the way to do it. Your audience is looking for a website. Your audience is looking for a place where they can reference you, okay? Because obviously they like what you pin. So of course they would like what you're putting out there. So they want to see your website. So that's what they will come and look for. Okay, so make sure once you graduate to that level of you want your Pinterest to kind of shift into that business atmosphere, you can always change your Pinterest to a business account. The next couple of apps that I'm going to talk about are for networking purposes, strictly networking purposes, and also for gigs and things like that. If you're looking for a gig in fashion or in photography or in modeling or in, you know, becoming an influencer or anything like that, these are the apps that you need. These are the apps that you really, really want to download. So the first app that I'm going to talk about is called MEETUP. And actually, I got reference to this app from a YouTube video. I was looking for kind of like an app where I can meet people, not like on a dating app or anything like that, but more of like a networking type of purpose. So MEETUP was the perfect app for that. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to have my app scrolling right here so you guys can kind of see what the apps are about. But MEETUP, basically what you put in is your information. So you put in where you live, like, you know, a general zip code or something like that. So they can find all the events geared towards what you like. But when you first sign up for MEETUP, it's just going to take you through kind of like what you like. It's going to take you, do you like fashion? Do you like entertainment? Do you like music? Do you like art? You know, whatever you like, you can just click on it. And then it's going to kind of configure all the events that is going on around you or like a couple miles away from you, and it's going to send you all the events and all the groups. Okay, so from where I am, I kind of signed up for all of those groups and things like that, and constantly, like on a daily basis, it'll send me different notifications saying that, you know, this group is meeting here at this time, or join this group for this. So the reason why I included it in this video is because I use it for fashion purposes and I use it for industry specific purposes. So I signed up for a lot of fashion groups, a lot of blogging groups, a lot of creative groups, a lot of photography groups, you know, things like that, because that's what I'm into and that's what I'm geared towards, and I love networking, guys. So that app is perfect for that. Of course, you can use it in different ways. I think people do use it sometimes for a dating app, but you know, it's just what you use it for, what you sign up for, and what you put out. It does not take your personal information and place it on your profile for others to view. I know that stuff is definitely locked and things like that, but it does take your zip code and like your city. So you put your city and you put like your first name and things like that, and then you put your profile picture, and it'll take all of that, and it will you know, configure all the events that's going on around you, so other people can know where you are and kind of what you do. A lot of the times too, when you suggest to join a group, oftentimes the leader or the creator of that group will have like a form, like an application form, and basically asking you like what you do. So I joined an entrepreneur creative group. They asked me like, what's your business and how long have you been running it, and what are you looking forward to learning in this group, and how can you contribute to this group? So, you know, if you're passionate about your business and you're passionate about what you do and things like that, those answers should come really, really easy. And if you have to think about it, you know, it's not due like a certain day or anything like that. Like you can rest on it and think about it and, you know, all of that stuff. But I think they're really just asking just to see if you're motivated and trying to see if that group is right for you. So that's a really awesome app to download today if you're really looking forward to connecting with the creatives around you in your industry. The next networking app I was actually put on by a friend of mine who is also a creative. So it is called MUSES. MUSES is strictly like a creative app, but you also can find gigs through this app. So online gigs, Instagram gigs, social media, marketing gigs, things like that, you can find through this app. So it is strategically placed to where you are. So you do have to put in like your location and your name and your profile picture and things like that. But it's also the rankings that you have depending on social media. So the followers that you have on Pinterest, on Instagram, on YouTube, always go into, and Twitter, always go into kind of what you're eligible for, like what gig that you're eligible for. And of course, the more followers and the more following that you have, the more well-known that you are, the better the gigs are going to be. But it's a really good thing because you can get gigs and not even have a huge following, and be able to really optimize your network. Before you get to that level that you want to be at, you can still get gigs and things like that. I actually just applied for one the other day to become an influencer for a new brand on Instagram. So things like that. Of course, if you don't get it, that's perfectly fine. They'll send you more, and it's consistent. It is a thing that is going to be there constantly, and it's up to you to check this app, y'all, because it's so many events. And so, okay, it's events, it's jobs, it's people, it's you connecting with like other creatives and things like that. So as far as the jobs though, it's not like corporate jobs, it's not like big, you know, salary figure jobs. It is like influencer type jobs. So these are like side hustles that you can do and earn some extra cash. So why wouldn't you do that? Okay, so the next app is for our stylists, or our people who like to put together clothes and create a look. This app, actually, I was so sad that this app, not this specific app, but the app that was like it, got deleted, because oh my gosh, it was the complete visionary app. A stylist, just people who like to create a look and like to go for that. Even if you're trying to like figure out what's in my closet and I need to create a look, you can use this app. So the app was called Polyvore. Oh, rest in peace, Polyvore. I mean, Polyvore was amazing. I guess they lost funding for the app, so the app, you know, got deleted. But there's another app, okay? And I got this from, I think I got this from another YouTube video, but I'm not sure. I think I actually looked it up on Google because I was so upset that Polyvore had disappeared. I love to create looks and kind of be essential to that stylist figure as well. I have a lot of roles in fashion, but stylist is kind of like one of them that I'm tapping into. So I really wanted to get into Polyvore more. I've had a Polyvore account for maybe like since I started my business, so maybe since 2016. But when it got deleted last year. So when it got deleted, I was very sad, and I was just like, how am I going to create these looks? So I looked it up, or I looked up a YouTube video, one of the two, and I found an app called FASHMATES. Okay, and FASHMATES is essentially exactly like Polyvore. So you can pick out these outfits and you can kind of create your whole mood board, or create that trend styling report, or anything like that that you need to create, and it would be perfect for that. So it was just like Polyvore. It's a little bit, I think Polyvore was a little bit more user friendly than FASHMATES, but FASHMATES does have essentially the same idea that Polyvore had in terms of creating that style that you really want, or, you know, and it does, oh, another thing, Polyvore had like designer type of things. So you can go and look in Yves Saint Laurent, you can go for, you know, Louis Vuitton or anything like that, and you click on it, and you click on the designer name. So FASHMATES kind of does things just a little bit differently. They go by categories, so they'll go by like boots, shirts, blazers, you know, things like that. So you'll click on that type of stuff, and then you'll actually be able to see the designer items displayed there if you're going for like a designer look or anything like that, you know, luxury, high class luxury look. But it'll have it listed there. So it doesn't, you know, function the same as Polyvore, but it is essentially the same app. I think it was developed after Polyvore had ended. So yes, download FASHMATES today. It's super amazing, and I promise, like, you can create some stellar looks today. Okay guys, so the next app is called Hit or Miss. Hit or Miss is the aesthetic of like a Tinder app where you swipe left, swipe right type of thing, but it's all in styling. So you can pick from what's trending, or you can also pick from just a range of different categories. Like they just had one for Valentine's Day, or they just had one for New York Fashion Week. So you click the category and it'll go through different styles within that category. Okay, so like for Valentine's Day, they had like, should you wear polka dots on Valentine's Day? Or should you wear red on Valentine's Day? Or should you wear pink? You know, so according to each category, you'll swipe left if you don't want it. You'll swipe right if you do want it. And essentially, you're not buying it or anything like that, but it's kind of just a way to track your style and track kind of what you are into. It's just a fun little app, you know. I consider like Pinterest and Hit or Miss like a downtime app, or, well, Pinterest is not really a downtime app to me. I like to pin, like I like to post on social media. So hit or miss is definitely like, I don't really play games and things like that on my phone. So it's definitely that type of app, you know, where you can kind of do it in your downtime, do it when you're alone, do it when you don't really have anything to do it in between classes or whatever the case may be, on your lunch break. It's just a fun thing to download, and it's a fun thing to kind of partake in. Swiping left, swiping right, but you're not swiping on people, you know, you're swiping on style. So essentially it can help you with your styling career or your fashion career as well. All right, you guys, that was my top 5, but I will say thanks for tuning in all the way to the end of this video. If you did, you were the real MVP, because I have an extra app for you, okay? And this app is kind of cliche within its name, but it's so helpful, especially if you're a blogger, or you just like to know what's trending in fashion right now, what's happening in fashion. You know, what is the latest thing that's happening right now? The app that you need right now, you need to go download it like yesterday. This app is called Vogue. The Vogue app. Yes, I love Vogue. I'm like head over heels for Vogue, you guys, as you can see. But Vogue, I'm telling you, they keep you up in fashion. So anything that you're looking for as far as like what just happened in fashion yesterday, what happened 2 weeks ago, the Vogue app will keep you updated, not only in what's happening in the Vogue world, but also what's happening in the fashion world. So it's amazing to try to keep that up. Also, if you're a blogger, you know, it's hard to sometimes to find topics to write about, but you can always look it up on YouTube under the trending. Vogue is always trending, and Google Trends, you type in fashion, okay? So those are the type of sites that you can search, also apps that you can search and see kind of what's trending, so you can write about it, okay, and be up to date on your fashion, okay? All right, guys, those were the 5 + 1 apps that you need to download today, okay? The top 5 fashion apps +1 that you need to go ahead and download right now at the end of this video. I have all the links down below, so you can go ahead and jump on that app store, or jump on that, what is it on Android? Google Play, I think. Google Play Store, and download these today, okay? They're available, they are completely free, and they're up to your disposal. So please take advantage of them, take use of them, use them wisely, and make sure you're consistent with everything that you do. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that noto bell, guys, because we have more coming for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and as always, it's VALM.